And greetings to all of our high school football fans following East LA Sports Scene's production of High School Game of the Week. We welcome you to our 6th game in a row of high school football here under the Friday night lights, returning back to the home field of the Torres Toros, coming into tonight's ball game undefeated at 4-0, and they meet up with another very potent contender here for the Division III #1 ranking. That would be the Santee, and this is going to be a very, very good matchup because they come in undefeated as well. So two schools undefeated and same division in the LA City Schools section. It's going to be a very good matchup. Although we must caution all of our viewers that follow Torres High School, there will be two players that will not participate in tonight's ball game. That will be Taekwon Gilmore and Antonio Greer. We'll give you the reasons for that during the course of the game. So get ready for another high school game of the week here as we come to you from East Los Angeles, California, and the campus of the Esteban Torres High School, the Toros. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Torres High School in black and red. Now, okay, welcome to this edition of East LA Sports Scene's High School Game of the Week. As we've given you in our pregame, we are set to go now with the matchup between two Division III schools. In the white will set you up for the Santee team in white, coming to us from the Expo League. And set to kick off. And here's number 21 that approaches and kicks. That was Carlos Betancourt, and falling on the ground here with the ball for Torres, one of the linemen or the receivers. He's going to fall in it right at about, let's call it the 39-yard line. So we're going to be just underway here. And as we mentioned to you, starting tonight's game, the Toros will be at a huge disadvantage as two of their most notable starters, Taekwon Gilmore and Antonio Greer, will be sitting this one out due to suspensions. Taekwon Gilmore suspended for targeting in last week's game against Sotomayor, and Greer for disciplinary reasons. Oh, quick handoff. Counter move, went off right tackle and then just came over to his left, and right away picking up good yardage. Let's set you this lineup here for the Toros on offense. Oh, there's a flag there. That play will not happen. Let's get the offense set for you for the Torres Toros. We'll give you the numbers right now without any further undue delay. Number 42, Jalen Williams. Number 1, Efren Vargas. Number 2, Andrew Morales. Number 52, at left tackle, Heriberto Cepeda. 75, the left guard, Steven Ledesma. Center, 76, Sebastian Mayorga. And number 54, right tackle, Deontay Leon. Look for also extended appearances from Christopher Leon and Ricardo Carvajal. Pitch. And the pile moves forward. Let's see if it's close enough for the first down. Coming up to the pile there, looks like number 2, Morales. And coming over here for an instruction, number 1. That was Efren Vargas. So there is the starting lineup for the Toros in black with red numbers. Over center. Handoff. Oh, Williams struggling. Looks like he has enough for the first down. He's going to be over the 50-yard line. And as indicated by the official here, the side judge signals a first down for Torres. Just underway here in the first quarter, week number 6, 10:42. The clock is running here. Beautiful fall night, but it feels like summer. Temperature today of 85 degrees in Los Angeles, East LA, and beyond here in Southern California. Big backfield behind the quarterback. That was Christopher Leon, number 80. And prior to the snap, or simultaneously with the snap, there is a flag on the play. So 2 flags within the first 5 minutes offense. One against, let's call it 2 against Santee. Early in the ball game, comes at 10 minutes and 19 seconds to stop the clock. And now it's going to be a timeout taken on the field. We'll be back with more of East LA Sports Team productions of High School Game of the Week. Okay, they haven't moved the down markers, it looks like, but they're calling it first and 5 because of the offsides on Santee. Handoff, first man up the middle. Oh, dragging tacklers. Nicely done there. And that was Jalen Williams. He should be the go-to player tonight, picking up a lot of slack for Taekwon Gilmore, who is going to be sitting this one out, unfortunately, and he will be able to resume play next week when the Toros open up Northern League play against Franklin. Okay, back up to the line of scrimmage. Williams plowing, pounding his way forward. Looks like the ball may have popped out, and falling on that was number 59 for the Toros. That was Ish Arciga. Just underway again, as we mentioned, 9 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Beautiful fall evening here in East Los Angeles, California. Here we go. Big backfield here behind the quarterback. Oh, the ball is pitched. He's not there. Oh, my goodness. Misread there on the play, on the pitch, and thanks to, let's give him credit there for being the player who picked up that live ball. That was number 5, Jorge Cepeda. He's one of the captains. Give him credit for saving a fumble, clearly bad pitch by the quarterback to his running back. So the Toros would rather have some bad field position rather than have given it up to Santee. Santee also comes in 4-0, as we mentioned. Out of the shotgun. They're going to send Cepeda in motion. And it's Carvajal. Oh, he got hurried and then he got dropped for the sack. It was huge. Give number 44 big time credit for stopping that play there as he came in and gets credit for the sack. That would be Jason Ortiz. Now it's going to be 4th down and let's see, 30 yards for the Toros. Clock moving at 7 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Toros on the received the opening kickoff. They've had the ball for the first, let's call it 4.5 minutes of the contest, but back in deep in punt formation. And there's whistles on the field. That's going to stop the play here for a second. And let's see, the white hat's going to be, looks like it's an illegal, or too many. Yeah, there's a substitution infraction there against Torres. It's going to cost them 5 more yards. So, referee in the white hat signal it. And here we go now with the 4th and a ton left for the Toros. Back in punt formation, there's Kenny Torres. More whistles now. And let's see, flags are just coming out now. Looks like you're going to rule that Santee was offsides. Okay, they reset, and here we go now. Ready for the punt return. Number 32, there is going to be one of the receivers back. And this falls on the floor. Number 4 touched it. And luckily, he fell right on it. So that was Lorenzo Mullins back there for the punt return, and almost gave it up there by not being able to fall on the ball. So nonetheless, here comes Santee, the first time we're going to see them. And in at quarterback, we're going to see number 1, Brian Escamilla. And he'll have running backs in there, number 3, Joseph Todd. And on wide receivers, Brian De La Torre, number 12. Number 17, Damari Buckner. And let's see what the David Tejada offensive unit here for Santee. Okay, running play. And that was given to number 3, Todd, and he's going to be wrapped up by Ish Arcega. Number 59, he's one of the captains. Goes both ways on offense and defense. Santee Falcons now here. They come approaching the ball. Escamilla wears number 1 out of the shotgun. Hands off. Oh, he's going to be dropped. Good read there. In on the stop, number 40. That was Luis Reyes. Give him credit for the tackle. The Falcons go into the huddle. Come out very quickly. Wide receiver out here to the right is going to be number 12, Brian. To the left, Brian De La Torre. Escamilla. It's a running play. Oh, he broke a tackle. Still going, still up on his feet. Oh, then he's going to be brought down, but he's going to pick up a huge yardage. And Jalen Williams gets credit for the tackle, but let's look back there in the backfield or to line of scrimmage for a yellow flag. And let's keep our eye on the 2 referees now in consultation. We're looking at the white hat to give the indication of the penalty. Looks like they're pointing at Santee for one of the infractions. And let's see what the referee's going to signal now. Okay, there he is with his hand going out, blocking the back. Okay, with the hand going out like that. Okay, a penalty. Again, Santee's major penalty is going to drive him backwards here. And it's going to bring up, let's call it 3rd and about 15. Okay, penalty now that favored the Torres Toros. And side judge, again, more penalty flags coming out. It's hard to establish the rhythm with under so many penalty flags. And it's going to be false start on Santee. So the Falcons in reverse gear here to start things off on their first possession. This is their first possession of the game, their first drive. Okay, back up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff, trying to sweep around right in. Oh, nicely brought down by Williams, Jalen Williams, in there on defense for the Toros. It's going to bring a 4th, and let's call it a 15 punting situation. And let's see what Coach Tejada, along with his co-coach, John Petty, have designed here for on 4th down situation. Back to receive the punt. Number 2, Andrew Morales, standing at about his 45-yard line. Oh, bad pass. Snap. It's going to be in the end zone. And then out of the end zone. Looks like there might be a safety. Oh, my goodness. Right away. That's going to give some points here to the Toros. And that's going to put up a safety for Santee on a bad snap way over the head of the punter. So at 4:58, we have our first score of the game. And it's going to be a touchback. Okay. And that's going to be worth 2 points for the Toros. And then a free kick coming up now for the Santee Falcons. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Free kick. Let's see who sets it up. That's going to be number 21. And again, that's Carlos Betancourt. Here comes a free kick. And it's a squibber. It's going to be picked up on the far hash mark and dragged down there. Will be number 9, Mario Gonzalez, and number 4, give him credit for the tackle, Lorenzo Mullins on special teams. One of the gunners that raced downfield and put the tackle there on, as you saw it, number 9, Mario Gonzalez. Okay, the Torres Toros come up with their second drives. And it's going to come at their, let's call it their own 46-yard line. Number 12 in a quarterback. And that's Ricardo Carvajal. And now, Coach Burnley wants to take a timeout here and talk things over for this drive here. We'll be back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, here we go. We're back to the action now. Okay, out of the shotgun, Ricardo Carvajal has it. Last time he was sacked. Cepeda in motion, handoff to Morales, trying to follow his blockers, and he's going to pick up maybe about 2 to 3 yards on the carry. Let's call it second and let's call it 6.5 yards here for the Toros. Okay. Coming out here as a wide receiver, number 9, that's going to be Gonzalez. And then in the slot, Frank Urzua, number 6. In motion, Cepeda to the roulette. Here's Morales. Oh, Morales nicely run there, but give credit to number 56 in on the stop. That was Ken Durante. And giving the Santee Falcons their starting lineup, Durante 56, Jonathan Holman 70, Andre Herrera number 8, Michael Su number 9, Jason Ortiz 44, linebacker, and Lorenzo Mullins, linebacker, he's number 4. And then Brian Escamilla corner, Joe Todd corner, Adam McKinney at safety and strong safety, Henry. That's number 5. That's going to be Henry Gallardo. Okay, brings up, let's call it a third, and like we mentioned, 6.5 here for the Toros, right in front of us near the 50-yard line. In motion is Morales. Carvajal has it, dropping back, screen pass to Morales, trying to follow his blockers. Oh, 1 good move, 2 good, 3 good moves, still on his feet, breaks to the outside, still on his feet, going down to the, let's call it the 30-yard line. Great individual effort there by number 2, Andrew Morales. Wow. Filling in here tonight for his teammate, Taekwon Gilmore, who can only watch from the sidelines, suspended for this game, or possibly even not on the sideline. He's actually sitting and watching from the stands. So LA City School policy must be that a suspended player cannot be on the sideline of the current game that he's suspended from. So here we go now. 2-0 in favor of the Toros as they mount their drive here. Started at about their 45-yard line. And now it looks like the Santee Falcons, they call a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. We're back to the action now. Torres with the big backfield. Handoff goal. Jalen Williams powering over left tackle. Oh, following behind his blockers, Heriberto Cepeda and Steve Ledesma. along with Sebastian Mayorga at center, exploiting the left side or the right side of the defense there and going straight into the line, looking for openings. Cepeda to the right of Carvajal, and Morales behind him. Pitch comes to Morales straight up the middle. Oh, diving forward for positive yardage goes Andrew Morales. Again, being called upon here to carry the load. One of the working man's best efforts here is to consistently have runs and repetitions here in the course of a game. Clock moving now with 1:25 left. And coming back in with a play call is Efrain Vargas, number 1 for the Toros. Okay, let's call it 3rd and about 3 here. Chris Leon back in at quarterback. Oh, Williams misread the count, and it's going to be a false start on the offense. So you saw Williams just freeze after he lurched forward. And he's going to have to really listen to the alternating quarterbacks with their tones on the calls. Obviously, Chris Leon came in for that play, and Williams is a little too eager to start. Okay, so they have the play. They come back out. Leon with Williams and Cepeda behind him. Dropping back is Leon. Oh, ball's batted up in the air. Intended for Frank Urzua, number 6, and just for good measure down there was Vargas, his teammate. Pass is incomplete. Clock stops with 42.4 seconds left. We have a lead here in the game, and that belongs to the Torres Toros as it came on a touchback or a safety when Santee was unable to connect on his 4th down play. The snap went over the punter's head and out of the end zone. Automatic touchback. Here come the Toros again in their black and red. Carvajal dropping back. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be gang tackle there. Okay, number 56, give him Ken Durante. Give him credit for that stop, and that's going to cause for a change of possession here. Let's see where they spot the ball. And it rests right there, as you can see, at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Santee. 36.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Escamilla out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Todd. Todd trying to follow a blocker. Breaks one tackle. Got it in the open. And then Williams got him in the secondary. Jalen Williams, number 42, doing the work there. Stopping a big gainer there, but enough for the first down nonetheless. So clock stopped. They moved the yard markers. And here goes the clock again with 25 seconds left in the quarter. Brian Escamilla at quarterback. There it goes to Todd again. Simple handoff out of the shotgun formation. And getting off the bottom of that pack is Deontay Leon, number 54. Quick no-huddle offense. They're at the line of scrimmage already. And just with no time left on the clock, that draws the end of the first period to an end. And it's a very low score, but a score in the favor of the Torres Toros as they lead 2-0. We'll be back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Back to the action. They switch directions now, and Santee will be going now to our right, as then Torres goes to the left. Here we go, right in front at almost the 50-yard line. Oh, the quarterback broke free. Got it blocked. It's a foot race to the end zone. Escamilla at the 5, and he'll go in. No flags on the field, so give that. Let's call it a 51-yard run to Brian Escamilla. He simply went to his right on an option and then found a seam. And then just went to the end zone untouched. Oh, so that's going to give Santee some satisfaction here as their quarterback leads them into the end zone. Here for the point after now. That's Carlos Betancourt. And in the hole will be number 3, Joseph Todd. He's one of the co-captains here on offense. And there's a placement. The kick is up. And it's good. So Betancourt gets credit for the point after. Score now reads Santee 7, Torres 2. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. Betancourt, number 21, set to approach the ball. Back to receive, we got Morales along with Vargas. Back at about, let's call it the 10-yard line. Oh, looks like it was an onside kick. But right there, picking it up very, very alertly. Number 75, give him credit for jumping on that ball. That was Steve Ledesma. He certainly knew what to do with it. And it's going to give the Toros excellent field position here on their 3rd drive of the game. And it comes at 11:45, and they're going to be starting from the Santee's 48-yard line. Snap. Okay, ball carrier. Morales grounding and pounding here straight ahead for a couple of yards. Score now reads 7-2. We're early in the second period. Okay. Okay, we aired on that carrier, number 22 instead of number 2. Okay, he's in motion. Dropping back is Carvajal with the left hand, has the receiver. Oh, he's connected. Oh, nice. Number 5, that's Cepeda. Out of the backfield, he just did a down and out. It's going to be enough for a first down. So Carvajal connects on a big pass play there. And back in the game, we see number 2, that's Morales, taking out number 22. We'll get his name for you as soon as we can, okay? Big first down play here for the Toros. Carvajal, and there's Gonzalez in motion. Dropping back with the left hand. Over, oh, nicely received there by number 2. Morales out of the slot formation. Sometimes he's at running back. And number 22, we give you Freddy Garcia. We have his name here, Freddy Garcia, for the Toros. Number 22. Okay. Carvajal, number 12 on his jersey. Let's call it second and about, let's call it 4. Gain of 6 on that last pass play. 9:45 left in the half. And Jalen Williams in motion. Carvajal dropping back. Oh, nearly got sacked. He's going to let it go for his receiver. Oh, batted away. Oh, thrown into a lot of heavy traffic. And 2 or 3 players look like they're slow in getting up. There's Escamilla. And there's Mario Gonzalez down for the Toros. So the training staff is going to go out to attend to him. And while we check on his condition, we're going to take a break here on East LA Sports Scene. Score on the field, 7-2 in favor of Santee over Torres. Okay, we're set to roll here. Back to the action. Mario Gonzalez got up on for his own power. He's going to be okay. Pitch. Morales breaking through into the secondary there. Nice run there, gain of about, let's call it 4 to 5 yards. Andrew Morales, he's a senior, 5'5", 165 pounds, a very, very important player here for Coach Burnley and his coaching staff. As we mentioned, Morales, along with Freddie Garcia, Jalen Williams, all need to step up here and pick up a lot of the rushing attack due to the absence of Taekwon Gilmore, who's out for this one game here due to a suspension that occurred in last week's game against Sotomayor. He was whistled and flagged for targeting. So let's see what the referee in the white hat is indicating. First down. He's just pointing to a first down, and let's see if they move the chains, though. There you see him studying where the line of scrimmage and the ball is. And they haven't called for a measurement. Ball's resting at about, let's call it the 21-yard line. Check that, about the 22, 23. And now here goes the white hat crew chief. And he is now settled on a first down for the Torres Toros. Coming on that last running play by Andrew Morales. Clock is running now with 8:54 left in the half. Chris Leon under center, handoff straight up the middle to Williams, fullback blast. Yeah, he's just dragging a ton of tacklers there with him. Getting up off the pile for Santee, number 55, Manny Bonilla, 6'1", 265. So there's a lot of size there on the D-line for the Santee Falcons. Inside the red zone now for the first time are the Torres Toros, trailing here 7-2. And week number 7, our high school game of the week. Back in now, Ricardo Carvajal at quarterback. Snap, quarterback keep, finds a small opening, and then he's backing himself and pushing himself backwards for a gain there. Give him credit for enough for a first down, it looks like. And they've ordered the chains to be moved, and that's going to bring up, let's call it 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Coming into the game now, Kenny Torres, number 21 for the Toros. Okay, the new play comes in. Franco Urzua, number 6, who's giving it to the quarterback. That's Carvajal. Ricardo, his first name. Toros going to be out of the shotgun with Williams there to his left. Oh, the ball came loose. Oh, my goodness. Fumble on the play there. So the Toros struggling on the difference in the backfield and also on the different formations that they must adapt to without Taekwon Gilmore. So a blown opportunity there for Coach Burnley and the Torres Toros. They surrender the ball with 7:25 left on that fumble. And it looked like Carvajal wanted to keep it, but it looked like it just fell out of the arms of the runner. Here we go now, Santee. And looks like Todd, oh, good hit, still on his feet. Oh, he broke a tackle. Still going on his 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Joseph Todd. Oh, that's going to give it an 88-yard run here unofficially, coming at 7:08. Oh, he was hit 3 or 4 times in the backfield. But Joseph Todd still kept going and bolted all the way in for the touchdown. It was a clean play, no flags, and now with that, the score moves up to 13-2 in favor of the Falcons. So Misfortune there of not bringing the runner down back in the line of scrimmage. Trying to make the finishing tackle. Here comes Betancourt on for the point after. And there's going to be a penalty flag thrown on that play for the point after. And they're going to rule encroachment against the Torres Toros. So just like that, the fate of the Toros just changed on that one play. And from an opportunity now, they're trying to recover and hold on and keep the game within range now. Point after looks good, and it is good. So 14-2 is the score now in favor of the Falcons. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, set for the kickoff. Number 21, Carlos Betancourt set to kick off. And back to receive number 2, Morales, along with number 1, Vargas. Here's a run up. And it's going to be just a medium kick handled by Vargas. He's going to be taken right here at the 30. Still coming on his feet up to in front of his bench. And then he's going to get blasted out of bounds here at about the 35-yard line. So special teams in there getting some work that's badly needed here on both sides of the ball here. The league will start next week for Torres, but we understand that Santee has already played their first conference game, and they beat Fremont last week by a score of 28-10. So they're 1-0 in their conference, which is the Exposition League. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Toros. Let's see how Coach Burnley inserts his offense now and what he will be out running here to try and get some momentum going here and get into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Leon in at the shotgun, quarterback. Pitch, it goes to Morales. Oh, you lose one tackler, but then the second and third, they find him. And they bring him down there. You have number 70, and that's Holman. That's Jonathan Holman, along with number 9. That's Michael Sue, HSU. Michael Sue. A loss of about 3 on the carry, so 2nd and 13. Clock showing 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. Ricardo Carvajal comes in with the play. Gonzalez flanked out to the right. Double wideouts on both sides. Vargas on the left. Cepeda was in motion. Screen pass going to Gonzalez. He gains a couple of yards on the carry up to the 42-yard line. Gain of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd, and let's call it 8. So just a check down pass from Carvajal to his receiver here in the flat. It's called a 3rd and 8 for the Toros. Coming in at 4-0, ranked number 1 in Division 3, and their opponent tonight ranked number 4, the Santee Falcons. Again, Toros without the services of Taekwon Gilmore and Antonio Greer, suspended for this game. Movement there. Number 55 drawn off sides. That's a Bonilla. So a good count there by Torres. It's going to cause a penalty flag to be thrown against Santee. 5 yards marked off, and it's going to bring up, let's call it 3rd and about 2 yards for first down. So the Toros know how to move the ball. Certainly no doubt about that. But they need the payload. They need the payoff for a touchdown. Try and get back in within striking range here of their opponents. They trail by a score of 14-2. The 2 points coming on a safety that happened back in the first quarter at about 4:58 left in the period. Okay, here we are now. Handoff to Morales. Got the first down. Driving forward up to about the 47-yard line. In on the stop, number 44, Jason Ortiz for Santee. Again, giving you some of the players for Santee. 44, Jason Ortiz. Number 4, Lorenzo Mullins. Number 3, Joseph Todd. 32, Adam McKinney. Number 5, strong safety, Henry Gallardo. And in the trench there, Jonathan Holman, 70, Andre Herrera, number 8, and Ken Durante, number 56. For the Toros. Oh, flag play on the play again. It's going to be a false start. Somebody moved on the line there against the Toros. So the first down will remain, but they lose yardage. With 4:15 left, the clock stops to assess the penalty. The referees really looking at the linemen closely throughout the game. Any flinch prior to the snap, they're throwing the flag in there. Okay, wideouts on both sides, a pro set look. Man in motion. Look out from behind. He's got a man open. It looks like it's a reception there. Pass completed. And that was Mario Gonzalez. And he's going to be close to a first down. Big play there. Second, and let's call it 2 for the Toros. So Carvajal using that left hand, the southpaw style, rolling right, throwing off this back foot, connecting with Gonzalez. Pickup of about, let's call it 10 yards on the play. Check that. Let's call it pickup of about 12 or 13. Carvajal under center is going to go straight up the middle looking for a quarterback sneak. And looks like he may have picked up the first down. Let's see where they ruled that his knee hit. And the referee now signals to move the down markers or move the chains. First down for the Toros. Efren Vargas comes into the game, number 1. Wideouts now, Vargas along with Urzua. They usually come onto the left side, but also you'll see Gonzalez on the right side with Morales over in the slot. Lone setback. Carvajal just dumps it. And let's see what they rule here. Incomplete pass, clock stops with 2:39. So 2nd and 10 for the Toros, trailing here 14-2. Again, we remind our viewers and followers, Taekwon Gilmore unable to participate due to a suspension for this game. Also, Antonio Greer. Leon pitches. Oh, smothered there. Morales. But number 8 there, in there on the stop, and he had Andre Herrera. He's a tight end, 6 foot 195, so there's a lot of size there on the Santee line. And their defensive ends go 265. Tackles are 255. And here comes a timeout that's going to go for the Torres Toros. Coach Burnley wants to talk things over here on this drive. You can't not afford to throw another drive out the window here. So we'll be back as they talk things over. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, here we go. Resetting the action after the timeout with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. The Toros, after talking to their head coach, Charles Burnley, they decided they're going to go for, Carvajal underthrows his receiver. That was intended for number 6, Frank Urzua. He bounced it to him instead of having it there on the fly. Incomplete pass stops the clock at 1:59. It's going to bring up, let's call it 4th down here and 11. Big play here for the Toros. They need to get down, let's call it to, let's say, the 30-yard line. Check that, the 28-yard line. Double set backfield there, along with the quarterback, and Carvajal dropping back. Just checks it off to Williams. He's got a blocker in front of him. Williams still going. Down the sideline, 10-5, touchdown. Jalen Williams, line of scrimmage, the 38-yard line, no flags on the field, which is always a good sign. And there he is, number 42, just on a check down pass. He did all the rest. He got a couple of good blocks at about the 30-yard line and then just raced in for the end zone for the touchdown at 1:49. So a big play there. Good strategy taken by Coach Burnley there to call that timeout and set up the play. And let's see if he goes for the single point after or the two-pointer. Looks like he's got Kenny Torres in there for the point after via the kick or the placement. Here comes the snap, the kick. Torres has it, straight ahead. Looks good, is good. So again, roughly a 38-yard run by Jalen Williams. And that will bring the score now to 14-9 with 1:49 left in the half. This is East LA Sports Team's production of High School Game of the Week. Toros. And we remind you, number 6, Frank Urzua, set to kick off the Twister Tornado Special. Here it comes with there it is. Oh, it's open. Ball hit the receiver there, let's call it number 34, and he fell right on it. That was Cristiani Mendez for Santee. They get good field position in return for the onside kick. So for 1:45 left in the half, the Torres Toros need to buckle down on defense and hold the Santee Falcons on 3 and out possibly, or run the clock out and end the half at the same score that we see with the 14-9 margin. Let's see how the defense gets set here for the Toros. There goes Todd again, breaking a tackle. Nope, this time ankle tackle nicely. Jalen Williams, give him credit for the stop. And Holman helps him get up, showing good sportsmanship there between the opponents. Sportsmanship is a number 1 priority here in LA City Schools. And that is a good sign there when the players just involuntarily, or voluntarily help their opponent up. Okay, Escamilla. Again, handoff. Oh, dive play. Nothing doing there. Williams, along with number 59, Ish Arcega, had nothing to do with that. In terms of a gain, they stopped him dead in his tracks. The clock is running now with 55 seconds. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 45. Against the Toros defense needs to stand up and deliver. Fake handoff, Escamilla. And he's going to be dragged down there, gang tackled. And let's see, last to get up off the pile here for the Toros. Williams, along with Freddie Garcia, number 22, in on that stop. And the clock is stopped by the Falcons. They're going to take a timeout to talk things over. We'll be back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, the timeout is over, and both teams are back. Again, the Falcons from Santee High School out of the Expo League in white, gold numbers, black helmets. As we end near the end of the first half, Escamilla dropping back. He's going to throw it deep. It's a fly pattern. It's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Morales providing the coverage. Pass was intended for number 8. That was Andre Herrera. And that stops the clock with 28 seconds left, and it's going to bring up 4th. Should bring up they have that was a 4th down. Check that. They went for it on that play, so 1st and 10 for the Toros. Garcia's in the game, number 22. Carvajal at quarterback. And now Morales comes in for Garcia. So big play there. Pass was intended for his wide receiver, Herrera, who had gone on a down and out pattern towards the sideline. And incomplete. Good fortunes for the Toros. Carvajal dropping back. Look out. He's going to keep it. and then just gets plowed under there. In on the stop, number 2, Akili Murray. The clock running now with just 10 seconds left. That should do it for the end of the first half of play. Clock is moving with just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there it is. Clock shows 0-0-0, and the score on the board shows Santee Falcons 14, the Torres Toros 9. We'll be back after the halftime intermission. This is East LA Sports Scene Productions. Okay, and just with about 1 minute and 40 seconds left before we start the third quarter with the kickoff, let's give you the first half scoring results here, the summary. So at 4:58, the Toros benefited from the first score of the game by being the beneficiaries of a safety. Ball was snapped deep in the Santee Falcons territory, went over the head of the punter and out of the end zone, 2-0 at that point for the Toros. And then in the second quarter, on a 51-yard run, these are all unofficial statistics, but a 51-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Brian Escamilla, point after for Santee was good, and that gave the Falcons a 7-2 lead. And then at 7:08 left in the half, a big 88-yard run by number 3, the running back, tailback. That was Joseph Todd, with another point after good by Betancourt. That gave the Falcons a 14-2 lead. And then with just 1:49 left in the half, the Toros finally got on the board with the 38-yard run over left tackle and then left in down the sidelines. Number 42, Jalen Williams, give him credit. And then Kenny Torres comes in for the point after and gives the Torres Toros 9 points. So 5-point difference, and it's 14-9 in favor of the Falcons. And the Falcons will be the recipients of the second half kickoff. We'll be back with the start of the second half in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, set to go here. The whistle sounds. Special teams are on the field. Kickoff teams and receiving teams here for both teams. Urzua with the twister tornado hit the player. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Went off his shoulder. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line for the Santee Falcons. Had that ball stayed in play, it was going to be just twisting around, and that's why we called him a twister tornado kickoff specialist, Frank Urzua. So the Falcons will come out 1st and 10. Let's call it from the 30. They mark it right at about the 30-yard line. And let's see if the Toros defense can still stand firm here. And there's the game ball now handed to the official. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, led by number 1 quarterback. Number 1 is Brian Escamilla. And he's got his running back, Joe Todd, both responsible for touchdowns. Handoff. Oh, nice tackle from behind. And coming through the gap there, number 52, Heriberto Cepeda. Dragged him down for no gain. It's going to be 2nd and let's call it 10 here, coming to you. And we are coming to you, from Torres High School, the campus of Esteban Torres, here located in the heart of East Los Angeles, California. Toros 4-0, as well as the Falcons, same record. Looks like their offensive tackle or offensive end pulled up too quickly in that formation. It's going to be an illegal start. And that's going to be penalized with the 5 yards, so it's going to bring up, let's call it 2nd and 14 here for the Falcons. Beautiful autumn night, but it feels just like summer, as the California weather and Southern California weather is always very welcoming here for many, many types of activities. Football being number 1. Okay, Here it is, a pass coming downfield. Oh, nicely broken up there, Morales. Good play. Had his back to the ball, and as the receiver went up, he timed it nicely and jumped up, and it was intended for a Keely Murray, and it was a down and out pass. Morales, by instinct, just put his hands up and knocked it down, and he provided some excellent coverage, although he was outsized. Murray goes in at 6'3", and we had Morales at 5'5", so figure that one out. But great heart there by Morales. Here comes a sweep. And, number 4, Lorenzo Mullins dragged down at the 22-yard line. So good pursuit in there. The Toros rising to the occasion here. Defense standing up tall here for the Toros. That's going to bring up 4th, and let's call it 14. And the Toros using their defensive schemes along with the blitz here to stop the Falcons and force a change of possession. Betancourt back in punt formation. There's a snap, barely gets to him. It's going to be a very, very short kick. It's going to take give him a net of about maybe 5 yards on the punt. Good field formation here, good field position for the Toros. As they trail by 5, then they score a touchdown, they will take the lead. But let's keep our eye on Coach Charles Burnley's offense here. Again, undermanned tonight, big time, because of the loss of Tyquan Gilmore along with Antonio Greer, 2 starters having to sit this out due to suspensions. Cepeda in the backfield. Leon gives it to Williams. Williams bullying his way over the pile, still on his feet. Oh, nice. Down to the 20-yard line. And he is the type of runner that you cannot just lay a hand on him. He will just shrug you off and continue to plow forward. So out of the shotgun, we have Jalen Williams just marching downfield with a first down. Gain of 10 on that play. So the offensive line blowing open some holes there, and then execution by the running back. Pitch. Morales finds a seam, still driving forward, spinning, and moving after the hit, and he picks up another 7 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. And let's see who's down on the field. Looks like Morales is cramped up. Yes, you see him there just trying to just stretch himself out. So training staff will go out, and while they take care of him, we'll be back with our own timeout here on the field. This is East LA Sports Scene Productions. Okay, here we go now. Back to the action. Morales comes off the field. He's still gimping a little bit, but it's mainly because of the cramps that he felt there in his last run. Okay, talking about the offensive line with some great zone blocking. They're creating a lot of flexible running lanes for the running backs here. Under center was Chris Leon. Pitch goes to Freddie Garcia over right tackle. He gains about another, let's call it 2 or 3 yards, falling forward near the first down. And they spotted it about the 10-yard line. Let's see if that's enough. It's going to bring up, let's call it, they say third and 1. Big play here in the red zone here, knocking on the door of scoring opportunity. The clock running with 8:35 left. Short distance here for first down. Chris Leon, number 80, hands it off to Williams, bursting up the middle. And they try to strip him, but he holds on tightly. Let's see if he makes it to the first down. Nope, he's going to be short. Okay, big play here for Coach Burnley. Let's see what he decides. Sends the play in with Vargas. 4th and 1. Huge play. Huge for the Torres Toros. They want to maintain possession and hopefully get into the end zone to take the lead. Should they score? Okay, Leon at quarterback, number 80. Williams, the fullback. Behind him, Cepeda. Oh, here's a flag thrown. And it's going to be false start on the Torres. It's going to march him back 5 yards, so it's going to bring up fourth, and let's call it 6 from the 14-yard line. And now Coach Burnley is going to call the timeout and talk strategy. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. The offensive unit now, very, very critical formation here. They need 6 yards for a first down. Carvajal back in at quarterback. Lone setback is Jalen Williams, number 42. He's going to roll to his right. Has a man in the end zone, picked off. And he's going to try to run it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down there. And that's 32 in there for Santee. Give him credit for the interception, Adam McKinney. And then he's brought down by number 52. That was Heriberto Cepeda. So that, if there's no penalty here, that's going to kill the drive for the Toros. But there's an injured Santee player in the end zone. And while the training staff is tending to him, we're going to step aside and come back after the intermission. This is East LA Sports Scene. The injured player there was a quarterback, Brian Escamilla, who also plays in the secondary on defense for. Okay, we have a change at quarterback for Santee because Escamilla had to spend one play off the field. And there goes Todd trying to break around right end. Oh, he stiff arms his defender. And they say the whistle blew. He may have stepped out of bounds in front of the bench area. And it looked like he was off to the races again. Remember, he has a 88-yard scoring touchdown run. You can see his blazing speed there as he got into the open. They say he was knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 on a beautiful run sweep there by the Falcons, putting the Toros back on their heels. Escamilla's back at controls now. Fakes it to his running back, keeps it, going over right tackle, and then he's dropped. Good tackle there by Morales along with number 59. That was Ish Arcega. Gain of about 6, 2nd and 4. Clock moving now with 6:25 left in the third quarter. 14-9 in favor of Santee in white. A delay. Here comes Todd. Check that. That's number 4. That was Lorenzo Mullins, and he broke a tackle, but it was a hesitation move. He shed the tackler and then moved forward for the first down. It's going to bring up another first down here for the Falcons, trying to capitalize off that interception in the end zone. We're driving now at the 42-yard line. There's Mullins again, breaking tackles, showing moves. And he's finally knocked down there by Vargas, number 1 for the Toros. No huddle offense, and the Falcons trying to get it into overdrive here. Their mindset here is to go ahead and push the pedal to the metal here, looking to score. 3-play drive and the first 3 first downs here for the Falcons. That play goes nowhere. And that was Escamilla, nicely read there by Freddy Garcia, along with Ledesma. They stopped him there in his tracks, no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd. I'll check that. They're ruling that a first down on the 32-yard line. But a flag has just been picked up. Let's see what the referee's going to signal now. Here comes the referee. Holding against Santee. That's going to nullify. Okay, they're going to mark that off. Major penalty. Big break here for the Toros. They give themselves a little breathing room here. It's going to bring up first, and let's call it, they got to get down to the about the 25-yard line. Pitch going off around in. Todd and Deontay Leon. Check that. That was Ish Arcega in great pursuit. Give him another credit on a tackle there, as he took down Todd on the sweep. Didn't have much time for that play to develop, and Arcega right there where he needed to be. 4:50 left in the third quarter. Escamilla dropping. Oh, whistle. Whistle is going to break that play up and stop it. And it's going to be a false start on the Santee. So penalties now starting to hurt the Falcons. Scores 14-9, and it's going to bring up second, and let's call it about 24 in our unofficial estimation here from the 50-yard line. Great perch here for our press box. Beautiful view of the field and the action. Escamilla dropping back. He's going to air it out deep. Ball's up in the air. Oh, it's caught. Oh, slipping in for the touchdown. Oh, number 12 for Santee. That was a Brian De La Torre on, let's call it a 40-yard touchdown pass, coming at 4:20. Ball grabs, but the defenders did not know where the ball was. They had no idea where it was going. And Brian De La Torre was certainly looking back to his quarterback and found the ball, kept his eye on it, and hauled it in at about the 5-yard, then just skipped in for the touchdown. And that moves the score now to 20-9. Betancourt in for the point after. Snap, hold, placement, kick, up. And it's good. And that's going to bring the score now to 21-9 in favor of the Falcons. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, the whistle sounds, and here comes the kickoff. And there is Betancourt. And it's going to be, goes out of bounds. It might have been touched by the Toros. Let's see what the referees rule here. Okay, the Toros will take over in their own, let's call it roughly at about the 29-yard line. Check that, the 35-yard line. Ball did go out of bounds, no touch. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third period. Well, the ball rests at the 30. Maybe the player did touch it, and then it went out of bounds. So here we go now. Here's Carvajal rolling. He's going to keep it. Oh, he's still going. Spins. Nice pivot. And then he's going to bring it upfield for near to the first down marker. Give him credit for a 10-yard gain, and the spin move there with a pivot caused him to gain an extra couple of yards on the carry. He had nothing but white jerseys in front of him, but Carvajal knew what to do with the ball as he approached the tacklers. 1st and 10 for the Toros. Out of the shotgun, Ricardo Carvajal. And there's a man in motion. Carvajal left-handed. There's Morales, and he won't gain much at all. He's pretty much stopped in his track. It was just a check down pass from the quarterback. It's going to bring up, let's call it 2nd and 11. In fact, they credit a loss on the play. to Santee. So Santee's defense now is starting to become stronger. Second and 11 for the Toros. Carvajal in there, a quarterback with Jalen Williams, number 42, lone setback. Morales in motion. Dropping back is Carvajal. Still on his feet. Oh, and he kept it. And as a result, he's going to lose another 3 or 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15 for the Toros. So Coach Burnley now ready to give some more instructions here to his quarterback. So we have number 6, Frank Urzua, in there as a receiver. Number 2, Andrew Morales. Number 5, Jorge Cepeda is also in there. Here is the snap. Carvajal, just a check down pass to Morales. He will gain a few yards, but not nearly enough for the first down. They need to get to the 49-yard line. They spotted it, let's call it the 39-yard line, maybe a gain of 3 on a check down pass to Morales out of the backfield. Mario Gonzalez enters the game, number 9, as a wide receiver. Back to the action, here we go. Just to the left of our camera, 4th down. It's going to be a punt. Nice roll there for the Toros. Oh, and it's picked up there and fallen on by the Santee player. And that was number 32 for Santee. That was Adam McKinney, and we got to give him credit for, I believe it was the interception on the last possession by the Toros when he caught it in the end zone and ran it back upfield to about, let's call it the 30-yard line. Now, Falcons on this possession here start from their own, let's call it 16-yard line. So the Torres defense needs to stand up and be accountable. Escamilla at quarterback. Handoff over the right side. There's Todd. Look out. Oh, nice tackle. Give Frank Urzua credit for making that individual tackle there as he put out his arm and tripped him up. But you gain about 8 yards on the play. Santee going to work very, very methodically now, just getting up to the line of scrimmage with 45 seconds left in the period. Escamilla keeps it. Oh, nice hit there. Morales along with Torres, Kenny Torres, put the 1-2 on him and knocked him down. And let's see, no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. It's a race against the clock, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. So Falcons break the huddle. Man in motion, Escamilla hands it over here to number 4. Oh, still on his feet. He broke a tackle at the 30. And then he gets hit out of bounds there. Nicely done by Freddie Garcia, but Lorenzo Mullins, give him credit for a huge, huge run on the last play of the third quarter. Now they'll change fields, change directions as we start the 4th and final quarter with the score on the board. Santee 21, the visiting team, the Torres Toros 9. We'll be back in a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, we're back to the action as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Santee Falcons out of the Exposition League the lead here, 21-9. Here comes Todd around right in. He's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, but Joseph Todd showing excellent running skills, instincts, along with speed. And that produces another first down, and they move the yard markers. So lots and lots of time of possession here by the Falcons. They've controlled the line of scrimmage here in the second half. And you have a running back here. It looks like he can stop on the dime, maybe change the directions, and he can accelerate through the holes and spot them. And when he sees them, he turns on the jets, so to speak, and gains extra yardage. Brian Escamilla at quarterback. Man in motion. There's a drop back. He had a player intended for. Let's see who that was. That was number 2, Murray. And Escamilla a little slow to get up after that pass. Pass incomplete. Clock stops with 11 minutes and 10 seconds. But a flag thrown here by the side judge. And he's going to give the call to the official. Let's see what he says. Offsides against the Falcons. And that will push them back. Let's see here. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Should bring it back to about the 39. Almost at the they spotted right at the 40-yard line here. 1st and 15 for the Falcons. Handoff, it goes to Todd. He's going to be wrapped up. Oh, no, still on his feet. Okay. And then finally finished off by number 52. Give him credit for the tackle. That was Heriberto Cepeda. Todd is dropped for a loss. Let's bring up second and call it 19 or 18 yards here. Ball spotted at, let's call it the 37-yard line of Torres. Number 5 in it. One of the running backs, Gallardo, but Escamilla keeps it, still on his feet. Oh, broke a tackle. And then slid into the grasp of number 1, Vargas. Efren Vargas up from his cornerback spot. Came up to help, and then after Escamilla hurdled one of the tacklers, he was there to meet him. Clock runs now with 10 minutes left in the game. We got Murray. Oh, Mullins, check that number 4. He gets it. It's his call. He slides through the tackle, breaks it, and gets into the secondary and picks up positive yardage here. Enough for the first down. And the clock continues to move here. 9:42 left in the game. 21-9 in favor of Santee in white. Torres in dual colors of red and black. First and 10, let's call it from the 24-yard line. Mullins in there along with number, let's see, a big stacked backfield here for Escamilla. Handoff it goes to Mullins. He got wrapped up. And there is Cepeda in there along with Arcega. Both had a hand on the tackler. So head coach David Tejada, or co-head coaches David Tejada and John Petty, using some of their strategies here to keep their team in the best field position, and also to keep the lead here. Fake hand up by Escamilla, and he goes to his left, brought down there by number 8 for the Toros. They give him credit for about, let's call it 6 yards on the carry. 3rd and 4. Again, the defense asked to stop the offense from Santee. Try to get their offensive unit back on the field. A little pause in the action here. Now the referee whistles the start of play. Big play here. Joseph Todd in the backfield with Escamilla. Fake by Escamilla, keeps it. Oh, just wrapped up immediately. Arcega in on the stop there. And it's going to bring up fourth, and let's call it 1. He got a couple of yards on the play. So Deontay Leon is in there trying his best at the right tackle on the D-line, shut down the run. And now timeout's going to be taken by Santee, and with that timeout, that means we'll take one as well. We'll be back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, the whistle sounds, and we're back to the action here. Big 4th and 1 for Santee Falcons. Escamilla. Drawn off sides here. Looks like Deontay Leon along with number 75. Just a little too anxious to get into the play. That's going to give Santee a first down, goal to go. No, check that. Not goal to goal. It's going to be marked at about the 11-yard line. And there's the snap. Escamilla keeps it. And he's into the end zone. Oh, with an 11-yard scamper. Faked it to his running back on the delay, and then option right. Went over the hole that was there created by his offensive line and just broke right into the end zone. That touchdown comes with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. And now boosts the score now to 27-9. Let's see for the point after. Here comes Betancourt in for the point after. Todd, the holder. Snap, kick. And looks good. It is good. So score will now move to 28 due to the point after being good, 28-9. And we'll come back with a kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, play whistle sounds for the play to start. And here comes Betancourt in for the kickoff. Oh, it's hit by a Torres player, picked up nicely at the 40. Caught it in the air. And special teams, they're doing their job. Give credit to number 8 there that caught the rebound of the kickoff. And here comes the offensive unit out. They're in good field position. They're going to need to really, really get downfield in a hurry as they trail big time, 28-9, with just 7 minutes and 4 seconds left. Again, we remind all of our viewers and followers of East LA Sports Scene's high school game of the week that the Torres Toros are without the services of Taekwon Gilmore, one of the top running backs in the country, and his teammate Antonio Greer plays tight end and wide receiver. Both of those players out for this game due to suspensions. They will be back next week, though, when the Torres Toros start Northern League play against Franklin. Dropping back is Carvajal. Has a receiver, broke a tackle, and then he's just buried there with a big hit. That was Kenny Torres in the flank, in the right flat area. Clock runs now with 6:45 left in the game. And the whistles are on the field now. It looks like they're going to check to a player there. It looks like a Santee player is down on the sideline at about the 40-yard line. You see the referee in the white hat. So while the training staff attends to him, we're going to take a break and come back in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, the injured player there, Lorenzo Mullins, number 4. They can't afford to keep him out of the game too long, but it looks like he's favoring his right ankle. Mullins is a senior, 6 foot, 175-pound running back. So here we go, back to the action. Carvajal with receivers in motion. Pass out here in the flat. Torres has it. Struggle, stays on his feet. And he's going to pick up some yardage, maybe a couple on the play. He's going to bring up second and about 4. Or check it, 3rd and 4. Clock moving, 6 minutes and 15 seconds left. You see Coach Burnley talking to his players there. He's going to send in a play with them to Carvajal along with Torres. There you see it now, 3rd, and let's call it 3rd and 4. For the Torres, 5:45. The clock is their biggest enemy now, as they have a really, really big mountain to climb here with very little time. Carvajal in at quarterback, Williams to his left. Snap, Carvajal looking down. Oh, nearly intercepted, threw into a bunch of white-shirted defenders. Pass is intended for Torres. And there we see the defender there doing some push-ups. That was number 5. That was Henry Gallardo. Did some extra work there on the field, trying to impress his coach. Pass was incomplete. The clock stopped with 5:29. It's going to bring a 4th and about, let's call it, 4 yards for a first down. Toros are going for it here. Carvajal throws a check off here to Williams. Tries to get around his tackler. Couldn't get the block he needed, and the Toros are going to come up short here. And the change of possession is going to favor now the Santee Falcons. As they're going to be in good field position here, taking it over with 5:21 left. Okay, the offense comes in for the Falcons. And let's see who's in at quarterback. Looks like number 9 may be taking the snaps. That's Michael Sue, HSU. And the flag is thrown by the crew chief. And that's going to signal a delay of game penalty against the Falcons. They're going to move it back 5 yards. But they're totally in the driver's seat now with the big score of 28-9 in their favor. And here goes the clock now. It's going to start to run. They break the huddle, and here they come up to the line of scrimmage. And Sue is going to check that. Escamilla trying to give it to Todd. And Todd will gain at least those 5 yards back. It's going to be 2nd and 10 with the clock moving at just about the 5-minute mark left in the game. 28-9 is our score in favor of Santee. Okay, Mullins comes back in now. Seems to be okay. There he goes with the handoff over left tackle. Trying to get a block to go outside. Won't happen. As Torres gets in there on him. Isharciga along with Efren Vargas bring him down. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. Clock moving at 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the contest. Escamilla out of the shotgun. Keeps it now. On that option, fake handoff to his running back, slipped in front of him, and then Escamilla kept it on the option again, just like he did on his last possession when he scored from 11 yards out on the quarterback keep. They move the sticks, and the clock will start in this movie now with 3:55. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Escamilla gives it to Todd over left tackle. Burst of speed and power, and he's going to be taken down. We'll give Ish Arcega along with Frank Urzu a credit on that stop. And the Falcons are flying high as they're hovering in on another score, apparent score. And there's Escamilla. Keeps it again on the same play as before when he scored. All he's doing is giving it a fake handoff on the belly series to his running back. And as he goes, the running back goes right, Escamilla goes in the opposite direction. And it just gives him the second or two that he needs because the defense goes right, but he goes left. Clock moving with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Escamilla. Handoff on a sweep. Oh, look out. Almost wrapped up. Still on his feet going. And then they're trying to strip the ball out. Cepeda, number 52. Heriberto. And the ball is going to be inside the red zone now at the 19-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 here. Referee spot the ball on the hash mark that's closest to us. There's a snap. Escamilla keeps it again. Oh, trying to get into the end zone. He's going to be down near the goal line, but give his lineman credit for excellent blocking up front. And Ish Arcega, the man that put the stop on him, but not before that Escamilla had picked up a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal. Let's call it right from maybe the 7-yard line. So the Falcons looking to add just a little bit more here. Oh, there's movement on the line there. Looks like number 63 is going to be called. That was Eric Avitia for being offsides. Or did they? Oh, they give credit for. Yeah, it was a false start on the offense. So give 5 yards on that penalty to the Falcons. Clock is moving now with 1 minute and 2 seconds. Falcons now just taking their time to run the play out. 28-9 to score, and it's going to be, let's call it 1st and goal from the 12. Watch Escamilla dropping back, is going to air it out in the corner. It's incomplete. With just 41 seconds left in the contest. The Falcons looking to add one more score to their current 28 points. And again, reminder that the Falcons came into this contest undefeated, and they will leave it in the same way. 5-0 record overall, 1-0 in the Exposition League. And the Torres will drop to 4-1 after their bye week. They played Sotomayor last week, and then this week here was the contest against the Falcons from Santee. There's a pass in the flat, easily caught. Again, let's see who the receiver was. And it looks like it was number 2. give him credit for the touchdown, and that was Akili Murray. That comes with 34 seconds left in the game. So a 12-yard pass to Akili Murray for the final touchdown, looks like, of the game. But the point after, 34-9. Let's see if they tack on the last point after. It looks good. And the kick is good. And that moves the score now to 35-9 in favor of Santee. We'll come back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is East LA Sports Scene. Okay, the whistle is going to sound here for the run-up to the kick. Okay, 35-9. Here's a kickoff, and it's going to head over to the far sideline. And still going up on his feet. The whistle had not sounded. Bodies flying everywhere. And on special teams, looks like that might have been Franco DeSua that returned the kickoff. And now with just 23 seconds to run out the clock here at Torres High School. And let's see what Coach Burnley does. It looks like they're just going to maybe just end the game here with a final snap. And this is going to be the final play. Quarterback takes a snap, last play of the game. And they will now form here at the 50-yard line, directly in front of us here, as the clock winds down with 10 seconds. And counting. Here we go. Here's the final countdown. Coach Burnley's going to lead his team across the field for the customary sportsmanship handshake that ends the game as each team salutes the other. And players have a chance to congratulate their opponents on a hard-fought and well-played game. And that will be it. There is the final buzzer that closes the end, brings the end of the game now. With the final score on the field, the Santee Falcons 35, the Torres Toros 9. And we'll be back with our post-game show. This is East LA Sports Scene Productions of the High School Game of the Week. Here's our post-game wrap-up. The Torres Toros go down 35-9 for their first defeat of the season. They dropped to 4-1, and the Santee Falcons, they remain undefeated, and this could be a preview in Division III. Who knows, because both of these teams are ranked. The Toros number 1, Falcons number 4, and they could move up. Possibly the Toros drop down a little bit in the Division III rankings within LA City Schools. However, tonight's game was a different story for the Toros because they did not have the services of their top player, Taekwon Gilmore, along with number 11, Antonio Greer. Both sat out tonight due to suspensions, and Taekwon Gilmore for a targeting in a game against Sotomayor last week. And Antonio Greer met with suspension because some disciplinary actions on an internal issue here at the school. So they both should be back for their next game against Franklin as they open up the Northern League Conference play next week here at home, October the 6th. So that will do it for this edition of East LA Sports Scene. Thanking Rico Cabrera Jr. for doing all of the videographing, and Frank Lee Robles doing our sidelight highlights, and yours truly, Rico Cabrera, doing the play-by-play. That's our team, and we thank you for watching and appreciating what we do here for our community here in East LA and beyond. So till we're together again, take care, have a great week, and we'll see you on our next edition of High School Game of the Week under the Friday Night Lights. Take care. We'll see you soon.